Many people feel sad when they don't get good results in life. Some say, I can't do anything. Others choose a different path, not because they love it, but because their parents or society tell them to do so. But here is the question. If you do not listen to your inner voice, can you ever feel real success? Today's story will teach us that education is not just about passing exams. It is a way to understand yourself and become who you truly are. People around you may talk about many success stories. You may think, if I follow that path, maybe I will succeed too. But real life is not that simple. Until you know your true interest, other people's stories will only feel like distant lights. Nice to look at, but far away. Let's try to understand what lesson today's story gives us. Main story. At the edge of a peaceful town lived a young man named Sam. Life in that area was slow and quiet. Sam was active and cheerful, but for the past few days, he looked worried and stayed alone. That year, Sam finished his high school exams. But unlike his friends, he was not trying to get into any university. In fact, he did not want to study anymore. This was not because of money. His family had a large 20-acre horse farm. They were one of the richest families in that area. But Sam could not understand his school lessons and he was not interested in any subject. So he decided to take a break and use that time to understand himself better. One morning, while helping his father, Sam spoke about how he was feeling. His father, Mr. David, was a wise man. Even though he was middle-aged, he did not get angry. Instead, he smiled and said, "Sam, I have a small task for you. I want you to meet 3 people." Then he wrote down their names and addresses on a piece of paper. "Tell them that you are the son of the man with the golden leg. Ask them how they became successful. Their stories will help you find answers to your questions." Since Sam liked all kinds of work except studying, he became interested in his father's task. He asked, "Dad, why do people call you the man with the golden leg?" His father smiled and said, "You will learn that from them. But remember, listen to them carefully. I believe that after this journey, you will understand what you want in life." First visit, Mr. Andres, and Sam rode his horse to the first person on the list. His home was about 2 kilometers away. There, Sam met a strong old man. Mr. Andres was a successful athlete who had won many medals. When Sam said, "I'm the son of Mr. David, the man people call the one with the golden leg," Mr. Andres gave a warm smile. Old memories seemed to come alive in his eyes. Sam said he wanted to know how Mr. Andres became successful. Mr. Andres began his story. "I ranked 38th out of 40 students in our class. I was never a good student. The only thing I loved was sports, especially running. In the first year, I improved my training. In the second year, I learned from my mistakes. In the third year, I learned the best techniques. I didn't enjoy studying, so I just kept running. I ran every day for 5 years. After that, I won my first medal. Then I kept winning one race after another." After hearing this, Sam was very surprised. He understood something important. Success comes from getting better at something. It doesn't matter what it is. Second visit. Sam went to visit his father's second friend, Mr. Thomas. He also remembered that he needed to ask about his father's nickname. This time he arrived at a large modern house. He was surprised again. Mr. Thomas was the owner of his family's favorite restaurant. They used to go there often. After Sam introduced himself, Mr. Thomas welcomed him with joy. Sam asked, "Can you please tell me your success story?" Mr. Thomas laughed and said, "I was ranked 39th out of 40 in school. I used to talk a lot, but I didn't understand anything well. I only loved 2 things, eating and talking. Because I loved food, I started to enjoy cooking. I learned to cook by making the things I wanted to eat. One day, someone praised my cooking and said, "You should start selling your food." In the first year, I didn't make a profit, but my love for cooking helped me keep going. I learned better recipes, better ways to sell food, and how to attract more customers. After 5 years, I opened my first restaurant, and now you can see it has grown so big. Sam felt very inspired. He understood that you can be successful even without high grades. Mr. Thomas smiled and said, "To succeed, you only need one skill. Just keep doing what you love. One day you will definitely succeed." Final visit, Mr. Miguel. Now, Sam was on his way to the last house. He thought, maybe now I will meet the person who ranked 40th in school. But to his surprise, this man was the top student, ranked first in the class. However, his house was much simpler than the two big houses Sam had just seen. Sam knocked on the door and a kind gentleman named Mr. Miguel welcomed him in. After introducing himself, Sam asked, "What is your secret to success?" Mr. Miguel smiled and said, "Yes, I did well in all subjects. My grades were always the best. But I never studied one thing deeply. I knew a little about many things, but I never became an expert at anything. That was my mistake. Don't make the same mistake I did." Hearing this, Sam became quiet. Then he asked about his father. Mr. Miguel smiled and said, "Your father, David, was ranked 40th, the last in our class." Then he added, "One day he fell off a horse and broke his leg. He had to wrap it with a golden bandage. So that's why people started calling him the man with the golden leg. But even after that injury, he never gave up his love for horses. He started with a small horse farm, and now it has become a very big farm. Your father is a hard-working and focused man." After thanking Mr. Miguel, Sam rode back home, his heart full of motivation. Now he understood that he truly loved working with horses just like his father. So he decided that he would also become a horse trainer. He also wanted to study more about animals and farming so he could become more skilled in the future. Moral of the story: remember this: the key to your future is already inside you. No one can build your dream for you. If you do not understand yourself, if you do not follow your true passion, then even if you follow the crowd, you will never become your real self. If you understood this story today, then remember, this is your time. Find what you love, learn it, practice it. One day, the world will know you by your work. People who walk their own path often create new roads for others. So why not you? Thank you, everyone. If you like this story, please share it with your friends and let us know what you think in the comments.
So, have you ever felt that kind of pressure to succeed? You know, you're putting in all this effort, but the results, they don't match up.
Oh, definitely. Or that feeling of just being a bit adrift, maybe.
Yeah,
You see other people and it looks like they've got it all figured out, but you're still trying to find your own way.
exactly. It's super common, and that's really the territory we're getting into today.
Right.
We're looking at some really interesting bits from a story called The Golden Leg, Finding Your True Path. And it kind of pushes back against the usual ideas of success.
It really does. It offers some surprising thoughts on, finding what you're meant to do and what knowing yourself actually means.
Yeah, so our mission today really is to unpack this story. We want to see how it might help you figure out what really clicks for, personal satisfaction, meaningful work, especially if the path isn't paved, right?
Absolutely. It's about tuning into that inner signal, that compass.
Okay, so let's dive in. The story kicks off with this young guy, Sam. Comes from a pretty well-off family. They've got this big 20-acre horse farm, apparently one of the richest families around.
Mm-hmm.
But Sam, he's just finished high school. Seems like a cheerful enough kid, but he's stuck. Unlike his friends, he has zero interest in going to university.
And it's not about lack of opportunity, is it? The story makes it clear. He just finds school hard. Nothing really grabs him, which is a real problem for a lot of people, isn't it?
Yeah.
What do you do when the standard path just doesn't feel right?
Totally. So what he does is he decides, okay, I need a break. time to figure myself out.
Which is pretty mature, actually.
Right, and his dad, Mr. David the story, calls him wise. He reacts in a really interesting way. No anger. He actually smiles.
Yeah. What does he do?
He gives Sam this unusual assignment, a list of 3 names, and he tells Sam, go find these people. Tell them you're the son of the man with the golden leg and ask them how they got successful.
Okay, that's different. Not go get a job, but go listen to stories.
Exactly. The father thinks their stories hold the answers Sam needs.
And this golden leg thing, Sam must be wondering about that.
Oh, for sure. He asks his dad, like, what's that about? But his dad's pretty mysterious, just says, you'll find out from them. Listen carefully.
Setting up a bit of intrigue there. Makes you want to know, too.
Definitely. So Sam, even though he struggled with books, he likes practical stuff, so he's actually kind of into this idea.
Yeah.
He gets on his horse, rides about 2 kilometers, finds the first guy, Mr. Andrus.
And what's Mr. Andrus like?
He's this strong, older man, looks very successful, loads of medals, clearly an athlete.
Okay, so you think maybe he was naturally gifted, top of his class in PE or something?
Well, that's what's so interesting. Mr. Andrus tells him straight up he ranked 38th out of 40 in his class. He says he was never a good student.
Wow. Okay. So not the academic route then?
Not at all. His only thing, his real passion, was sports. Running, specifically.
So how did he get from, 38th out of 40 to winning all these medals?
Pure dedication, it sounds like. He said he ran every single day for 5 years straight.
5 years. Wow.
Yeah. He broke it down first year, just focusing on training better. Second year, really learning from every single mistake he made. Third year, getting the techniques absolutely perfect.
Huh. Methodical.
It seems so. And only after those 5 years did he win his first medal. And then, boom, he just kept winning.
So it wasn't overnight magic. It was grind. Consistent effort.
Exactly. And Sam starts to get it. He thinks, okay, success comes from getting better at something. Doesn't matter what it is. That's the first big piece for him right there.
That's a powerful takeaway already. It's about the process of improvement, not just the starting point.
Right. So feeling kind of thoughtful, Sam heads off to the next person, Mr. Thomas. This is the guy who owns the restaurant his family loves.
Ah, the restaurateur.
Yeah.
Different kind of success.
Totally. And Sam gets there, sees this big modern house, again, clearly very successful.
Let me guess. Another academic superstar.
Huh. Not quite. Mr. Thomas, he ranked 39th out of 40.
You're kidding. So even worse than Mr. Andres, academically speaking.
Apparently, he even says himself he used to talk a lot, but didn't understand anything well. But what he did love was eating and talking.
Okay, eating and talking. How do you turn that into a restaurant empire?
Well, the love of eating led him to cooking, right? He started making food he liked. Then someone tried it, loved it, suggested he sell it.
Makes sense.
But here's the kicker, and this really stood out to me. His first year trying to sell his food, he made 0 profit.
Ouch. That would stop a lot of people.
You'd think so. But his love for cooking, that passion, just kept him going. He didn't quit. Instead, he doubled down, learned better recipes, figured out how to sell better, how to get people interested.
So again, that theme of persistence, fueled by passion this time.
Exactly. And after 5 years of that grind, he opened his first restaurant. And now, well, it's huge.
And what did Mr. Thomas tell Sam? Any words of wisdom?
Yeah, very direct. He said, to succeed, you only need one skill. Just keep doing what you love. One day, you will definitely succeed.
Wow. Simple, but powerful. Find one thing you love and just keep at it.
Right. Sam's really inspired now. He's seeing that success isn't just about grades at all. It's about finding that thing, your thing, and pouring yourself into it.
Yeah, it's shifting his whole perspective.
Totally. So he's feeling pretty good heading to the last house. He's probably thinking, okay, this guy must be number 40, right? The bottom of the class.
This follows the pattern so far.
But nope. Plot twist. He gets there, meets Mr. Miguel, and finds out this guy was ranked first in class. The top student.
Whoa. Okay, didn't see that coming. And his house. As grand as the others.
That's the other surprise. It's much simpler, nice, but not like the athletes or the restaurateurs' places.
Huh. So the top student isn't living the most lavish life, seemingly. What's his story?
Well, Sam asks him, what's your secret to success?
Yeah.
And Mr. Miguel's answer is, well, it's kind of a warning.
A warning from the top student.
Yeah. He says basically, look, I did well in everything, best grades, but I never went deep on one thing. I learned a little about a lot, but never became a true expert in anything.
Ah, the jack of all trades, master of none problem.
Exactly. He actually calls it his mistake. He tells Sam, don't make the same mistake I did.
That's huge. It completely flips the script on what doing well in school might mean for long-term fulfillment or, well, certain kinds of success. Depth over breadth, maybe.
It seems like it. It really makes Sam think. And then, while he's processing this, Sam finally asks about his father, and Mr. Miguel is the one who finally spills the beans about the golden leg.
Okay, here it comes. What's the real story?
It's quite something. Mr. Miguel reveals that Sam's dad, David, he was ranked 40th, dead last in the class.
The 40th student was his dad.
Yes, and the nickname. It came about because one day David fell off a horse, broke his leg pretty badly, had to wrap it in this sort of golden-colored bandage. So people started calling him the man with the golden leg.
Ah, so it was literal in a way.
Hmm.
But what's the real point of the story?
The crucial part Mr. Miguel emphasizes is that even after that bad injury, David never, ever gave up his love for horses. He started small, just a little horse farm. But he worked incredibly hard, stayed totally focused, and built it into the huge, successful farm Sam grew up on.
So his success came from that single-minded passion and relentless work, despite the academic ranking, despite the injury. Mr. Miguel calls him a hard-working and focused man.
Exactly. And that's the moment it all clicks for Sam. He rides home completely energized.
He finally gets it.
He totally gets it. He realizes his own passion isn't something he needs to find out there. It's horses. It's always been horses, just like his dad.
So he's found his one thing.
Yes. And he decides right then he wants to be a horse trainer. And now suddenly studying makes sense, but not just any studying. He wants to learn about animals, about farming, about everything that will make him better at what he already loves.
It's intrinsic motivation now, isn't it? Driven by passion, not obligation.
Perfectly put. And this really brings us to the heart of the story's message for Sam and I think for all of us listening.
Which is,
That, the key to your future is already inside you. It's not something someone else gives you. You can't just copy someone else's dream.
right, if you don't connect with yourself, with what truly drives you, just following the crowd won't lead you to become who you're meant to be. You'll just be a copy.
Spot on. And the advice that comes out of it is so clear. Find what you love. Learn it. Practice it. Put in the work. One day, the world will know you by your work.
It's a beautiful idea, and I love that laugh line the story mentions. People who walk their own path often create new roads for others.
Yeah,
It's about authenticity, leading to innovation, in a way.
it really is. So stepping back from the story, if success isn't just about the grades or doing what everyone else does,
And if real fulfillment comes from listening to that inner voice, that unique passion, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? What's your golden leg story? Maybe one you're already living, or one that's just waiting to start.
maybe a final thing to chew on for everyone listening. What's that one thing for you? The thing you love so much, you'd happily pour yourself into it for, say, 5 years, just getting better, even if the payoff wasn't immediate or obvious. What's your horse farm?